Good evening, everybody. I'm on late again. It's been a crazy day. I did 3 really incredible interviews today, tons and tons of research, and then was helping out with my children. But I've been doing research on your behalf, and I have some incredible stories that I plan to go through very thoroughly this evening. So I'm excited to be with you. So thank you guys so much for joining me this evening. Okay, I have 2 huge bombshells from the Donald Trump election interference case down in Georgia, but they're both about District Attorney Fani Willis, not Donald Trump. Congress passes a massive spending bill with only 1 day to go. Nancy Pelosi says on national TV how disappointed she was in Biden for calling an illegal, and was more saddened by his name calling than the fact that a young, beautiful American girl was killed. Nancy Pelosi is absolutely crazy. So we're going to jump into a bunch of other stories as well as these big ones. But before we do, I just want to say thank you guys so much for liking and sharing these videos, because it tells YouTube to share these truthful videos with other people. So thank you guys so much. Hello, everybody. Hello from Oklahoma, Texas, Michigan. All right, I've got a lot of incredible information to go through today, so I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. The U.S. Senate has successfully approved a $460 billion spending bill preventing the shutdown of the U.S. government. Should Congress have ceased operations, it's probable that Social Security and Medicare would have been disrupted and people would have had delays in getting their checks and their benefits. In the negotiation process, Republicans secured a minor victory by reducing the spending in several key areas. However, now Democrats are bragging about these reductions, saying, look, we're bringing inflation down already. But it was, in fact, the Republicans that made these cuts to the federal budget. Last night, President Joe Biden delivered his State of the Union address, which was very political, as you would expect. It was pretty much a campaign speech against Donald Trump, January 6th, and anybody who dares to like or vote for Donald Trump. Now, during Biden's speech, he acted like he's done everything right, and Republicans have done everything wrong. Topics such as the Texas border crisis, the war in Israel, the war in Russia and Ukraine, Roe v. Wade, and healthcare issues. One of Biden's most embarrassing moments of the night was when he was challenged by Georgia Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene to say the name of Lincoln Riley, the young woman who was killed by an illegal immigrant in Georgia. Now, despite Biden's greatest efforts, he mispronounced her name and called her Lincoln Riley without correcting himself. While Biden did admit that she was killed by an illegal, he stated, legal Americans kill people all the time. Now, Biden, there's a big difference. Just having the word illegal in front of that means that this crime could have been prevented by preventing this person from coming into the country in the first place. Now, unfortunately, members of his own party, such as California Representative Nancy Pelosi, bashed Joe Biden for referring to this man, the man who killed Lincoln Riley, as an illegal, and not a more acceptable and socially, better term, undocumented. So she's on national TV and says, I'm just so disappointed in Biden for calling this young man illegal. He should have called him undocumented. Now, Biden's own campaign manager, Mitch Landrieu, admitted that the term was a small mistake and that he'll be better in the future. Like, really, are people that sensitive today? And is anyone else grossed out by the fact that Nancy Pelosi was more bothered by Biden calling this man illegal than the fact that he had killed an American? I mean, like, this is absolute insanity. But then again, we are talking about Nancy Pelosi. So nothing really shocks me these days when it comes to Nancy Pelosi. Okay, speaking of Nancy Pelosi, she also made headlines by saying that Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell was a sad and tragic man because he endorsed Donald Trump for president. During an interview with MSNBC, Pelosi stated, "When we thought McConnell was going to convict Trump, the word was he was close to conviction. Now he's endorsing. It's really very, very sad." Now, honestly, I'm a little bit shocked that Mitch McConnell endorsed Donald Trump, because he said he was so mad at Donald Trump that he would never speak with him again. But boom, here you go. So he obviously wants money going to his corporate donors. He probably wants some of the shenanigans he's been doing to be looked over, and so he went ahead and endorsed Donald Trump. I expected he would, though. All right, now, according to Breitbart News, the Federal Reserve isn't expected to make its first rate cut until June or July. Just today, I saw that the Department of Labor announced job growth was higher than expected in February. While they expected 200,000 new jobs, they ended up with 275,000 new jobs. Now, to me, that sounds good. 75,000 more people went to work. But according to the Federal Reserve Bank, this is bad, because if that many people are working, it's going to keep driving inflation higher. And so, oddly enough, they actually think Americans having jobs and going to work is a bad thing. Kind of strange, right? Okay, the popular Chinese app TikTok is now at risk of being banned by Congress once again. Ever since FBI Director Christopher Wray testified that the app screams out national safety concerns, lawmakers have been scrambling to find a solution as the app continues to grow. As of now, the House has passed a bill which gives the alleged communist company ByteDance 5 months to comply with its demand to change ownership. While it's unclear if the Senate will pass this bill, President Biden said that he will sign it. Now, it's interesting that Biden has been against TikTok, but now that he needs votes, he's on there regularly putting out little snarky videos, trying to build up a presence on TikTok for himself. Now, President Donald Trump had just the opposite to say. He expressed his opposition to Biden's desire to ban TikTok. I say it's a twist because while Donald Trump was president, he also tried to ban TikTok. I did a video about that a couple of years ago. So what changed? Trump argues that the United States needs TikTok because it gives competition to groups like Instagram and Facebook. Otherwise, left-leaning media would completely control all of social media except for Truth Social and Twitter, or now X. Let me know, what do you think? I think it's kind of weird that Trump is now saying that TikTok should be around. I get what he's saying, but he did try to ban it while he was also president. Okay, now I have some big bombshell stories coming out of Georgia with District Attorney Fani Willis in the Donald Trump election interference case. So let me go through these. The ongoing Fani Willis case continues to unravel with each passing development. The recent Georgia Senate hearing shed further light on the intricacies of the situation. While I've covered some of the highlights during other videos, I'll provide a breakdown here as quickly as I can. After the conclusion of the disqualification hearing last week, where Judge Scott McAfee heard closing arguments from different parties, attention shifted from the case with Trump over to the Georgia Senate committee. Now, chaired by a distinguished senator with a charming accent, the committee subpoenaed Ashley Merchant, who represents one of the co-defendants in the Fani Willis case against Donald Trump. Now, today's hearing uncovered some significant revelations, hinting at possible conspiracy and felony charges. So she could be hit with a felony. She might also be hit with racketeering, which is kind of interesting because racketeering is pretty close to RICO charges, which is what she's trying to use against Donald Trump. Okay, now here's the other thing. This is very intriguing. It also came out that Fani Willis, the mayor of Atlanta, and Vice President Kamala Harris held a secret meeting before Fani Willis was given permission to indict the former president of the United States. Now, the timing of this raises questions about whether there was collusion, whether there was undue influence, whether there was quid pro quo, but it does not look good. Now, it is premature to draw conclusions. These developments could be far reaching, but it's already looking like she's going to be disqualified. So when it comes out that there's even more secret meetings and shenanigans, it doesn't look good for Fani Willis. Now, the Georgia Senate hearing might mark the beginning of a more extensive investigation leading to possible disbarment and criminal charges. So Fani Willis held a secret meeting with the mayor of Atlanta and Vice President Kamala Harris. They won't say what was discussed, but almost directly after that, she indicts a former president of the United States. At the same time, Fani Willis's lover, Nate Wade, held 2 secret meetings with White House legal counsel where they also gave insight and ideas and permission to indict Donald Trump. Now, the White House has been exposed in the last week for having a paid mole within Fani Willis's legal camp. And we also learned just in the last 24 hours that Fani Willis was paying her lover, Nate Wade, double the amount of money that other more qualified attorneys were experiencing. So he had no experience in this type of law, yet for some reason, he's given double the money. I don't know. Something doesn't smell right. So some are now saying that Fani Willis could be removed, or she could have her license taken away, or she could have a felony put on her record. Either way, I do believe they're going to disqualify her. Whether she's going to lose her license or her position, only time will tell. But I would love to hear from you in the comments. What do you guys think? Should she be removed? Should she be kept? If you think removed, I want you to type removed. And if you think they should keep her, I want you to type keep. I would like to hear from you guys. Okay. Now, in otherworldly news, the Pentagon has just released another controversial UFO report. Unlike last time, this new report was a decent letdown to alien lovers around the world, or around the solar system, or the galaxy. According to the report, there is no evidence that the government has reverse engineered UFO technology like has been claimed. During the investigation, classified documents were reviewed and 30 people were interviewed. The report stated the interviewees and others who have mistakenly associated authentic sensitive national security programs with UAPs had incomplete or unauthorized access to such programs. Now, listen to this. If you had reverse engineered alien technology, isn't this exactly what you would do? Wouldn't you put out a detailed report with lots and lots of witnesses saying that there was nothing? But at the same time, why is there so much of our hard-earned taxpayer money going into programs like this? Why is there so much dark money going into programs that we don't know about? Why is so much additional money padded to go to the military industrial complex? I don't know. It seems really weird. But again, until something comes out, I'll continue to keep you guys updated. All right, now, oh boy, let's see. It looks like people are giving someone named Lisa a hard time. Hopefully she's behaving. I don't know what that's about. All right, now, as Biden gears up to build his new humanitarian sea pier off the coast of Gaza, a glaring issue was revealed with the way aid is currently being delivered. Now, there are hundreds of trucks that go into Gaza on a daily basis. They're being blocked or robbed. The supplies simply aren't getting there. So the United States decided to airdrop packages like big pallets full of supplies. Unfortunately, the parachutes didn't deploy or canopy properly, and 5 citizens in Gaza were basically smashed into the ground. One report said that it was a family. Another report said that it was children. That breaks my heart. I hope that's not the case, but I do know for a fact that 5 people were killed from that. I just hope they weren't children. Oh gosh, that's horrible. Okay, now just yesterday, Biden declared that he and Netanyahu will have a come to Jesus moment. He was caught on a hot mic. One of his Secret Service agents had to run over and say, "Mr. President, you still have your microphone on. You need to take that off." So he's going to try to strong arm Netanyahu into doing what the United States and the CIA want Israel to do. Now, I doubt that Netanyahu is going to change his stance. He seems pretty determined to wipe Hamas out. And the United States is playing both sides of the fence. They're saying, you absolutely must wipe out Hamas. At the same time, they're sending tons of money and supplies into the people of Palestine. Now, they are different. There are the Palestinians, there are Hamas. Unfortunately, it's hard to tell who is who because of the way that Hamas does warfare, where they hide behind their people. Now, maybe Netanyahu won't be pressured to do this much longer. During an interview with Fox News, former President Donald Trump said that he will stand firmly with Israel, whatever Israel needs to do to finish the problem. He said that he was grossed out by how many innocent people have died, but he said you must finish the job and Hamas must be wiped from the face of the earth. So this is everything that is going on. Let's see, Corn Pop 82. Wait a minute, Corn Pop. Isn't that something that Joe Biden says all the time? He used to fight some guy named Corn Pop. Okay, it says, my guess is, oh, shoot. No, oh. Okay, here we go. Sorry, it was trying to make me ban you, which I don't want to do. Okay, Corn Pop says, my guess is tech is being developed to pass as alien tech to fool or frighten the public. Yes, there is a former FBI agent who said that in the future there will be a massive false flag in the United States that could appear like a UFO invasion, and it will be used to make people comply. I don't know if that's true or not. Anyway, someone says hot mic. Yeah. Earlier today, I spoke with Larry Johnson, former CIA. He said that he thinks that the hot mic situation was a setup, and that Biden was using it. That was his strong arming of Netanyahu was, oh, I got caught on a hot mic delivering this message, this come to Jesus moment. Well, you don't need to have a come to Jesus moment with Netanyahu. He doesn't believe in Jesus, right? So anyway, hopefully something will come out of that project, and they'll be able to help the people that are innocent, and they'll be able to take out the people that are not so innocent. All right, this is my update for today. I want to remind you guys that you are amazing. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. If you're not subscribed, please join us. Become one of the 1.5 million subscribers that are seeking the truth each and every day. I appreciate you stopping by, and I will see you on the next video. Good night, everybody. Love you guys.